What's up, boss? How we doing? How's the week been? Were you here yesterday? Oh yeah, cool. Butterfly guard stuff, eh? Okay, cool guys, let's get into it. I'm sure more people are on their way. So, what we've been going through this week is butterfly guard. What's up, man? How are we? So, it's a smaller class tonight, so I want you guys to kind of like workshop stuff, your options off of the butterfly guard, okay? I know we've been working it from the body lock all week, so the only one that you do have to try tonight is when we've been in here, he's gonna get his body lock and he's gonna flatten me, okay? Now, I don't wanna stay here, okay? So we need to go through our stages of recovery, okay? Even if he's got tight elbows, yeah, you can make it nice and tough for me to get out of here, bro. When we're here, guys, if you try and leg press him straight, like it's not gonna work, okay? So use a little bit of momentum, start getting him back, take one overhook, okay? So just like overwrap, and we're gonna take it to the tricep on one side, okay? He's kind of put his head to this side, so my key note is that his head's here. I'm not gonna try and overhook around here. I'm just not gonna get enough purchase. So I kind of want to get in on this position here. And now, don't fall to your back. If you fall to your back, you're going to get repinned again. So we're falling to our side. My inside foot here, this one is going to the mat, and my top leg is elevating and assisting him over into that sweep, okay? And then we can land in the mount, push your hips back and down so you can consolidate that position, and keep his arm if you want to, okay? So, that's the only one I just want you guys to warm up a little bit with, okay? Nice and simple. They take a body lock, they keep you flat. Get back up to the peak of your hips, overwrap, tricep grip if his head's on this side. Tricep grip if his head's on this side. And then, guys, we're doing this here and starting to lift our hips into the air and assisting him over with that elevator, okay? You don't want to fall to your back and try and do it that way. It's not going to work, okay? Most of you guys have been here at least once this week, so that's going to be quick, and then we're just going to start going into some different branches from there, okay? Sound good? Okay, let's do it. We're going to go in. Let's say I go for this. He's either going to post on his head and tripod up. If we do that, I post in on my foot and my hips start to follow him up. I need to get my hips off the mat with high hips into the sky to take him over, okay? He's gonna try and stay in that tripod with high hips. And it's my hips coming up off the mat that will take him over in that little Wardzinski style hop, okay? They're either gonna do that and you're gonna take them over, or when I get up, he's gonna sprawl because he knows that that's the case. He's gonna drop his hips back and sprawl away from me. If he does that, wrestle up, hip heist up, in on your headlock. Make it dynamic, guys. So like, don't just go, oh, I'm gonna do one, then the other. Make them guess, okay? You try to sweep them, they give you the look, and then you go for it, okay? Let's do it. So essentially all week we've started kind of a new unit on the butterfly guard, right? So seated guard position. The reason we've started with the body lock is because I want people to get used to having to recover it from a smash position. If a person's not even smashing in on you and killing your hips with it, it's going to be just like you playing your guard on your terms, which is perfect. So I'm starting them from a deficit so that they have to build back to it and they're familiar with the contact and the position. We're looking at hip heists when the person sprawls on our butterfly hooks to kill the sweep, or when they tripod to try and float the sweep, we bring our hips high like Adam Wardzinski does. He's a phenomenal butterfly guard player in the gi and no gi. So we're gonna build our options off of that tonight as well. Look at a couple of leg locks when they start posting high. If he feels that that body lock hasn't worked for him, and he starts to just like sprawl on that, we've got our hip heist, okay? If he starts to tripod in the sweep and he goes high, but he's still staying connected with underhooks, then I have to start going high with my hips and taking him through new angles, okay? We can finish wherever the scramble takes us. Now, just what I was saying before, not everyone's gonna try and engage on the body lock, okay? When they start to know that you've got a good butterfly guard, or maybe they've made inroads and they see you pummel your hook back in, like Jimmy was showing last night, they went to your half guard, maybe he got all this way, I jailbroke my hook back in, and I've built back to this position, and he knows that he's in shit. He starts to stand up and out, okay? When he does that, we just enter the legs, okay? So we've got an answer for everything he does, because I'm sure you guys have been thinking that, fuck, I don't even get a chance to play my butterfly because no one's been body locking me. Cool, now you play it when they stand, okay? So we can do it out of that whole position. Let's add this whole thing to our repertoire. Jimmy showed you guys that half guard recovery here. So Will's in on the half here. Maybe he's even cross-faced me and he's got an underhook. Not a great position for me. I need to get my bottom knee forward, pummel my top hook in, okay? I don't want to stay in lockdown and stuff, guys. Lockdown's a pretty defunct position. All I'm doing is stalling it out here, okay? Especially if he's just determined to stay on a crossface and an underhook. So what I'm gonna do is bring my knee, my bottom knee forward in front of his knee line, pummel my hook in, and start to push him back, okay? He doesn't have his underhooks, he doesn't have chest to chest pressure, and he starts to stand up, okay? Now, as he stands up, you can choose which one you want to enter here, okay? As you can see, I could just come through to the near side leg, I could come across to the far side leg, and we can enter our shin to shin positions, okay? Don't stall in shin to shin, okay? I don't want you to like admire your handiwork here. Immediately start to fall in and taking them into single leg X, okay? You've all seen that before, eh? Thick thighs save lives, you know? Anytime we can get two legs versus one, it's a great position if you're short-legged. All right, hey guys, cool, come in. I just want to show you a little bit of a backside option. So, as some of you saw, I saw Will mess around with this already. Guys, once you're in the butterfly half, you don't even really need them fully standing, okay? If he starts to like not wanting to commit here and he's maybe posting on me, but not really committing, you can take this little backside grip behind his lat here and start to take him over, and you can start to throw for your single leg X, okay? Now, you're gonna have to get over the scariness of a reap, okay? Rats. What I want you guys to do here is I don't want you to just hang out in this position, because if I stay here, Josh can weave his hand through and smash me, okay? So when we get to this position here, I want you to throw this leg deep and in front, okay? But look, Josh knows to turn away, so there's no pressure on his knee, okay? I do need to worry about that, okay? I need to worry about him being a smart ass. But that's why we get to this position, we throw that reap and we squeeze our knees together, and you're straight into that backside heel hook that we've talked about before, okay? So here's another option for you, okay? He takes his half. He's like, fuck yeah, I think I've done well. Hip escape, get my knee inside, so I got my butterfly half, okay? I take my overwrap here already. Get up on my bottom hand, so I'm starting to threaten, okay? At this stage, he's kind of in a little bit of a dilemma. Do I push in? Do I go back? And he's like, oh, I don't really know what I want to do, okay? If he pushes back in, I've got that butterfly hook, and my overwrap can start to come out behind. We're gonna throw that over and start to go to the backside, okay? Squeeze his knee to the mat, behind the back of his knee. Trap. Guys, remember, I don't want to see you using the belly of your forearm. I want to see you hitting that toe strike. Bring your elbow back to your lat, then hit with the blade of your wrist. Connect your hands. exposing the wrist blade, and then you can go from here, okay? Sound good? Yeah? Hit a couple of those, he can stand up, make him just like do the work, and you flow to the position, okay? Either he stands fully up and you go from single leg X and reap him, or he bases out, he goes wide, stops giving your hips pressure, and you throw over for the reap, okay? Sound good? Backside heel hook finish, let's go. Oh, sharp claps, eh? If I get here and I triangle my legs, I don't have pressure, yeah?
Just squeeze.
Just squeeze. Drop this knee in and drive this thigh in, because now I can keep your knee to the mat. If I triangle, I'm gonna lose that, yeah? And now you're gonna back step over, and then you can take my back. Yeah? Yeah, you could do that. Or you could hit the old fashioned, so chuck a reap on. As soon as I feel you triangle your legs, other way, yeah. Because you're connected to me. Yes, a triangle gives you security, but it's a trade-off, right? If both of your legs are doing separate things, it's way better than triangling your legs, okay? So try and get into that habit. All good. Then your leg lock Marvin. Hey guys, come in. Let's look at, we're gonna do the same thing, but I wanna show you the option, because I realized I'm showing you, it's a little bit contrived of me to just be like, and then we take this out and we go across this body. Like, that's a big risk. And if I cross the center line with my elbow and Ed smashes in, okay, big fella. But like, what I mean is, as soon as I go here, just drop your pressure on me, just like, yeah. And now my arm's useless, and I'm not gonna get the move.
Okay.
So, you don't have to reach across. I can keep this, start threatening the sweep, and now lift him and shoot that leg in. And I can get it on the near side as well. It's all gonna depend on what kind of balance and base he gives you. But then from here, look, same thing as before. Reap it so that we get him turning away. The reap helps us to turn and direct his hips. Guys, make sure that when you catch your heel hook, I wanna see you turn that corner, okay? And catch him on the blade of your wrist. Belly of your elbow is not good. If we're sweaty, Ed can start to ballerina and maybe slip that, okay, in the late stage defense. If you start turning here and now he tries to turn, he's gonna blow his shit, okay? So there's the option from that overhook when he starts to do this, okay? When he posts up, because I'm like threatening the sweep, I can weave in on that side, or if he starts to pressure again, I go to my elbow here, and then I can start to reach under and across, okay? Okay? Does that answer your question as well, bro? Yeah. Phenomenal team, looking very good. We're gonna look at some other options, okay? One of the things that I've been messing around with a little bit, and Will Diaz reminded me of this. He was at trials, and we trained a little bit. He fought Lucas Kennard in the finals of under 88. But we were rolling the day before, and fuck, he's awesome, man. But he was playing off of a butterfly guard, where I go to my knees sometimes when I'm like going to pass, okay? Not because I want to pass from my knees, but because I want to trade stability and then try and enter the body lock, okay? I want you guys to play off of this grip here, okay? A 2-on-1, okay? It's, of course, we can hit arm drags and stuff, and we'll look at this next week in terms of wrestling up from our body lock. But I just want to stay on the leg lock bars tonight. We'll look at this, and then we'll do some positional stuff, okay? So, he goes, palm up, hand behind the tricep, and he starts to pull in, okay? What I really liked about this is when I started to pull back now, he would just post on my leg and start taking me out, and then he's got his wrestle up. So we'll look at the dynamics of that next week. I'm gonna show you how to enter the leg lock position from here off of butterfly X, okay? What I'm looking for is that, okay? You see how his hamstring is away from his calf, okay? He's not gonna just like go like this because he knows that I'm gonna try chase the back. So he's gonna push into me, okay? Try come chest to chest with me. I'm gonna go to this position here, up, enter, and go to the saddle, okay? From here, make sure you pick up your secondary leg and start wrapping over so that we've got him trapped in there. Because it is gonna be scrambly, okay? It's gonna be scrambly. These more open positions, you're gonna see stuff happening. He's gonna try different things. If you're struggling to get underneath him, you can ask him to tripod. So when I go in, he can stand. And now I can start to enter. Look at where my legs are, okay? From here, I'm gonna go in and under. And you can start to enter like that if you're struggling with the low altitude version, okay? Remember guys, once we get here, try to avoid triangling in the saddle for now. I want you to play foot to foot so that you get that nice knee break over the top. Row over, get his leg behind the knee and at the shin. Start to get to this position here, okay? Once you're here, you can look for your finishes that you know. If you don't know any, you can go across the body with the leg. If he doesn't turn his knee, you've got your lat knee bar, he'll turn his knee. And then we can play for our outside heel hook. So mess around with what you know from there, okay? Okay, cool team. Whoa, good work. We're gonna do some sparring rounds now, okay? I would like you to try to play your butterfly guard at least once per roll. We gotta go with the like anabolic playlist, you know? See what comes on. Beach Boys. Zach, because I lifted your whole body weight off the mats, you have to clean the mats.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No way, Jared.
What a shocker, eh?
Unbelievable.
That's gonna be the new thing, guys, now. If I can lift your weight off of the ground, you have to clean the mats. Cool, guys, so I'll just sign off this episode of the vlog quickly. Thank you very much for watching. We have been working on butterfly guard this week, recovering it from bad positions like the bottom of half guard, and from the body lock, being pinned on the mat, and getting our levers back in front of their body, creating elevation, and then looking at our sweep options and leg lock entries as well. We're probably going to continue this into a second week as well, so stick around for next week's episode, and we'll start looking at a few more wrestle-up options from the butterfly guard, which is essential. At the moment, the way that the no-gi meta is going, you have to have upper and lower body threats. You have to be able to threaten the upper body, things like guillotines, submissions, hip heists and collar ties, then mix it up with sweeps and threatening the lower body with leg locks. When those start to fail, they open up wrestle-ups for us. So fundamentally, I want to try and boil those concepts down to techniques that guys can take into roles and essentially make themselves as challenging as possible in those positions as quickly as possible. So gamifying it, doing scenario-based drilling, doing positional rounds, all of that contributes to their wider cardio and conditioning as well, but also gets them used to playing positions they wouldn't usually be in, which is crucial. I need training partners and I need students to spend time in those positions to get the mileage. If you're just going into rolls, you may only see butterfly guard once or twice in a whole session of rolling. But if you're doing positionals, you're doing scenarios, you're racking up time in that position, and that's what is necessary to improve. So stick around. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Us. Cool. Thanks, bro.